So this, my friends, is the Jones Ultra Mind Expander. It's been a long time coming, man. So many people have asked me to review this board. Finally got a chance to do it. Here's a look, a short quickie on the table to kind of give you an idea of how this differs between the other Mind Expanders, the regular continuous rocker Mind Expanders. You can see here, it's got that Jones kind of camber profile. There's a decent amount of camber going on here that feels almost like it's on line with more like, you know, like their Aviator or something like this, with a little more camber, a little more turned up sides, a little less early rise. But look, you can still see there's a lot of early rise, and it's definitely got some spooning going on here in the nose. And riding it today in some thick, ugly, you know, just nasty Cascade powder. I was really appreciative of how that rolled and really negotiated through the powder. This is the 54. Would have loved the 58, but man, it's a lot of board. And so you can see there, it's got a pretty decent bow of camber. And it's got some rolls, you know, it's got some rolls up on the sides and some float, but nowhere near as much float as, you know, the Mind Expander. This Ultra is definitely a different board, but super fun, super turny, really had a good time on it. So just kind of doing a quick stance thing. If you're all the way in with traditional disc bindings, you're looking at 19 inches. All the way out, you're looking at 23 3/4. Now, if you want to see what this board's like, because it comes across as a really wide in the waist, or wider in the waist, not really wide, but wider in the waist. You can see here, it's about, I'd say like 26.3-ish on the back insert, and the very front insert, the very back insert, and the very front insert is about 25.6, maybe 25.7. And then on the front, you're looking at just about 27. And then all the way up on the front, you're looking at about 28.2. Now, if you want to set this guy all the way back, love that the reference stance is 22 on this. That's kind of been my stance lately. But if you want to set it all the way back, you're looking at about 21 1/4. You can slide that out to get closer to 22, but I was somewhere under 22 set all the way back in this ugly powder today, and it felt really good. And now, to talk about the difference between nose and tail on this 54, you're looking at a difference between nose and tail of 10.25 inches, I believe, or something close to that. And then making the true, or maybe a more accurate setback on board of, you know, like 5.125 inches. So that gives you a shit ton back on board. So even though it doesn't have that massive surf rocker, let me just do something really quick here. While I have it, here is my old 54. Just going into the Beastie bin and bringing out this beauty. You can just see, like, look at how much more like float there is. So if you're thinking about powder, this is the one. If you're thinking about a board that can do a little bit of everything really well, and you like that camber feel in your carve, then the Ultra Mind Expander is the call. And then to just talk about bass, man, this bass is unreal. Jones is making some of the best basses in the industry for the price point that I've seen lately. The glide to this thing is incredible. It was just factory waxed. I rubbed on a little bit of rub-on wax and didn't really get to wax this and scrape it, but this thing was still out gliding every board we've tested it against, other than other Jones bases. It's just really doing amazing things, and you'd usually see a base like this at a higher price point. So it's all black too, just a little white Jones here. Very easy to repair with black P-Tex. Super fun board. If you like the idea of the flagship, but you want something a little more turny, and you want kind of like a daily driver for everything from powder to hard carving groomers that compromises perfectly in the middle, I think this is the call. If you want more of a powder board and less carvy, but still fun to turn and surfy, slashy board, then the Mind Expander's the call. So there you have it.